Jo, schönen guten Tag. Der Ära ist wieder da. Wir spielen Greedfall und ja, wir haben ja hier die Weise aus dem Morgenland gefunden und wollen jetzt, eigentlich sollten wir Konstantin weiter informieren und das werden wir jetzt nicht machen. Heute ist Nebenquest-Mission dran. Wir werden jetzt mal schauen. So, jetzt erstmal hier ist doch schon der Preisepunkt und dann schauen wir mal, dass wir von hier aus jetzt... Ach du Scheiße. So, hier runter wollen wir. Also, wir werden jetzt das mit der Muggelei in Neuserin untersuchen und dann werden wir mit den Begleitern noch ein paar Missionen machen. Petrus hat was und dann hier die Forscherin hat auch was. Also insofern, uns wird nicht langweilig werden. Auch wenn ich tatsächlich so langsam aber sicher nichts dagegen hätte, wenn sich das hier dem Ende zuneigt. Aber, ja, du weißt, wie es ist. Mal schauen. Also langsam fühle ich mich relativ sicher hier, relativ safe. Ah, ich hatte doch hier irgendwo, gab es eine Stufe 3 Kiste. Warte mal. Ich habe doch jetzt Schlösser knacken auf 3. Warte. Wo war diese... Wo war die Kiste? Naja, mal sehen, wenn es uns über den Weg läuft. Diesen Mal machen wir es auf. Hey, hier, mein Freund. Ja. Ja, komm mal her.
You will always be welcome here.
Yes, I am always welcome. Ja, Munition. Hallo, Freunde.
What can I pour for you?
Bier.
Give me a bottle of your best drink.
There you go. But be careful. She's got a strong bite.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What can I pour for you?
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about your supply problems.
And he sends you? Damn. I didn't think a legate would act in person, but it's nice to see that our problems are taken seriously. I'll explain. Alcohol has been scarce in New Serene for quite some time.
Oh yeah.
Our suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft, to the point that they're no longer able to supply taverns. I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent had arrived as planned, but customs seized my goods.
Okay.
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative seizure, they said. Time to check that everything is in order. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods because they've been stolen. Can you believe it? If even customs are getting robbed, what hope do we have?
This is all rather suspicious. Don't worry. I'll go and see these customs officers and get this cleared up.
Mhm. Na dann, die Zöllner. Gehen wir mal gucken. Macht hoch die Tür, die Tor macht weit. Der Ära kommt, hat wenig Zeit. Ja, eine Kiste, ja. Munition, Freunde. Boretsch braucht kein Mensch. Ich brauche Munition. Guten Tag.
Customs Officer Ulrich.
Hey, Ulrich! Endlich ein Ulrich.
Sade, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. I've been told of some issues with customs. I would like some clarification.
I'm listening, Your Excellency.
Ja.
I was told that a shipment from the continent bound for the tavern had been seized as a precautionary measure.
Yes, it's possible. We seize cargo sometimes to verify that all taxes to the town have been paid.
Ja, Finanzämter.
Without a prior formal order.
I don't know. Perhaps we received a complaint. That happens sometimes.
I suppose all entries are noted in your records.
Naturally, but I assure you that we only do our job. It was all routine.
Aha.
I was informed that customs was robbed.
Yes, these thieves have quite the nerve. Someone even stole personal belongings this time. Since then, I've put all important things in the chest. But I lost the key. Probably on my way
Oh je,
here.
Mini.
Let me summarize. You have confiscated some goods, perhaps because of a report, but you're not sure. Then that same cargo was stolen from you, along with other things in your custody.
Fähiges Personal.
Exactly, Your Excellency.
You are either the worst customs officer I've met or the biggest liar.
Listen, Your Excellency, I made a mistake. It's true, I should not have ordered this seizure. In fact, it was late and counting the crates would have taken me hours. I
Oh
decided
Mann,
to
Typ,
postpone
ey.
it. In the meantime, the goods were stolen. It's unfortunate, but I'm not useless.
Naja.
You haven't even informed the authorities of this robbery. This is all rather suspicious, Officer Auric. So I think it's necessary to conduct this inspection with a search.
Please, Your Excellency.
I'm sure the contents of this chest would be very informative. Maybe we should go to the docks to see if we could find the key that this scatterbrain has lost.
Brauche ich nicht. So, Egon. Alrik, wir werden heute Abend den Steinbruch in der Nähe der nördlichen Tore auf dich warten. Hoffentlich wirst du die Fehler, die du bei den letzten Einsätzen gemacht hast, erklären können. Es wäre eine Schande, wenn wir dich bestrafen müssten. Du hast so reizende Kinder. Mhm.
So, were you satisfied with your inspection, sire?
Absolutely. I found this letter in your chest. The signature on it seemed very interesting.
I was sure I'd lost the key. I will explain. But I am trapped. And it's been like this for months. I
Okay.
am forced to pull off all kinds of tricks in order to settle an old debt.
Egon,
Yes, sir. Either I do what he says, or I lose my children. I've already paid off my debt 100-fold, but he maintains his hold over me. And
Oh,
now I have
man.
no choice but to obey when he asks me to divert larger shares of cargo.
could you help me identify him?
I'd like to, but I've never met him. He gives me his instructions in writing, or sends his men. He wrote the letter you found, or at least I think he did.
I plan to put an
Egon.
end to this individual's activities, so anything you can tell me will be useful.
I hope you manage it, Your Excellency. For the sake of my children, maybe you could come to the meeting he's arranged tonight.
Do you think he will come in person?
I don't know. This is the first time I've received a notice like this. I fear he'll punish me for arousing the innkeeper's suspicions. He doesn't let anything get past him, you know.
Very well, I will come. If only to avoid you paying the price for your stupidity.
Oh Mann.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'll meet you at the North Gate in the evening.
No offense to our new friend. I'm not sure this Egon will come in person. I'd be surprised if he'd bother moving just to lecture a small fry in his business.
Am Nordtor. Das ist halt die Frage, wie spät ist das? Ist das jetzt Sonnenaufgang oder Sonnenuntergang?
Ah, there you are. Are
Okay,
you ready?
na dann. Na, los geht's.
Yes, let's go.
We have a meeting next to the quarry. As we are early, we should be the first to arrive.
Perfect. I'll hide until they get here.
He will certainly not come alone. I beg you, don't wait to intervene if things go wrong.
Be confident. I won't abandon you.
You should get in position. He'll be here soon.
Aha, finde einen Ort, um dich zu verstecken. Na dann, versteck dich. Kleines Ära-Kind. Komm. Komm, 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 komm. Ah.
My friend, I'm so glad to see you. Because you owe us some explanations, don't you?
Sir, let me explain. I wanted to do well. I was just a little rushed and...
Silence, fool. Not only have you been so clumsy with your handling that the quartermaster was informed, but in addition, you dared to plot with this legate. A noble that has already cost us dearly. Do you no longer love your children, Ulrich? You want us to get rid of them? Is that it?
No, Mr. Egon, I beg you. Don't hurt them. I didn't have a choice. The legate came for an inspection, but I didn't tell him anything. I swear.
It's a shame, Ulrich. Egon loved you, but would replace you with someone else soon enough. Someone smarter.
Oh
Get rid
je.
of him. I don't want to hear from this little roach any longer.
Angriff.
As for me, I'm leaving for Hikmet. Try to be discreet. This legate doesn't seem willing to let go.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
Ich habe doch sein
I
Gesicht
owe
gesehen.
you my life, Your Excellency.
Don't mention it. Alas, all this was useless. This man was not Egon.
I'm not sure that it's a person, Your Excellency. It may be the name given to the leaders of the gang. I don't know. But I will never be at peace until you arrest them, that's for sure.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But how can I find this man now?
He said he was going back to Hikmet, which is where he sends the stolen alcohol.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have not been completely honest with you. I could have told you that earlier, but I knew that without your protection, I would not survive. The deliveries are sent to a dispensary outside the town. No
Apotheke.
doubt to avoid arousing suspicion.
A dispensary? But what are they doing with all this alcohol?
I'm not sure, Your
Saufen.
Excellency. But you'll no doubt
Die werden den
find out if you
wahrscheinlich
go there.
trinken, denke ich.
Well, at least the fright Egon gave Auric managed to loosen his tongue.
So, Freunde. Hoch hier. Ich vergesse mal, dass ich nicht springen kann. Ach Mann. So, jetzt müssen wir nach Hikmet. Hikmet. Kann ich nicht hier einfach rauslaufen? Alter. Einigen wir uns auf die sind jetzt mittlerweile raus aus dem Rennen. Das brauche ich nicht. Hier gibt es halt nur Schrott. So, okay. Lauf, 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 ruft hinter mir mein Trainer. Schneller. So, Hikmet. – 22 Stunden. Komm, verkauf mir Munition. Haben wir ne. Also dieses Zwischenanhalten jedes Mal finde ich ganz schön viel. So, na egal. So, jetzt raus hier und jetzt suchen wir mal die Apotheke.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy.
The best potion. Greetings. I have. We also sell.
Ja. Oh, 7
I
Schuss.
was honored by your visit.
7 Schuss ist gut.
Whenever you want.
Ah, es ist ganz geil. Jetzt kommt hier ein bisschen... Der Munitionslevel kommt wieder. Guten Tag.
Halt! No one enters!
Halt, no one enters. Ich würde gerne einfach euch umbringen, aber das darf ich scheinbar nicht. Ich muss jetzt mal rumgehen. Ach, warum darf ich die jetzt nicht umbringen? Ich bringe so gerne Leute um. No one enters. Bla bla bla. Klar zum Ändern beim Gekapertes.
Come closer. Come closer. Almost.
Hallo, Schatz.
Your Excellency, it's always a pleasure.
Ja. Du hast plus 4 Schuss Munition. Das ist nicht gut. No one enters kommt jetzt gleich wieder. Nee. Aha, hier.
These islanders are...
Tag.
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here. As for you, savage, if you're looking for something to drink, go to my colleague over there.
What? How dare you?
How dare you?
I see. Thanks for the advice.
Okay, dann gucken wir mal, wie wir hier anders reinkommen. Was für brutale Viecher guckst du dir an? Hier wollen wir hier durchs Feld.
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
Und Freunde, wir machen jetzt einen Zugriff.
Let's see what you think.
Move away. Things are about to get.
Surrender. You are under arrest.
Ja,
What am I accused of?
You are a high-ranking member of a criminal organization that has named itself Egon. And you did not hesitate to order a murder. So, even though the attempt failed, the gallows await you. Unless you decide to reveal everything you know.
I won't say a word. I won't give you anyone. I'd rather die.
na dann.
If you really thought so, we would not be talking. You will be taken to New Serene. Manfred will know how to make you talk.
Okay. Informiere Verwalter Manfred. Na gut, das war ja zumindest schon mal ein Anfang.
Come closer. Come closer.
Das ist halt einfach, hier muss ich hin. So. Das ist ja schon ein bisschen gewagt hier, die ganze Veranstaltung. Diese Sigmet hat halt tatsächlich auch noch gar nicht so richtig stattgefunden und jetzt ist es hier auf einmal. Jetzt rennen wir wieder zurück. Die schicken mich was durch die Gegend, du. Ich sage euch. Freunde der Sonne. Ja, ich hab's ja mitgekriegt. So. Dann müssten wir. Ja. Dann müssten wir. Und hinaus. Da ist die Truhe. Ah, so, zeig mal her. Nee, oder? Ne Mütze. Scheiße. Naja, gut. Ich dachte, Wundergott, was jetzt da draus kommt. Ne Mütze.
I need a bit of practice.
Ah, das Stärke müsste man auch mal steigern. Ich komme irgendwie nirgends lang. Aber es lohnt sich halt auch nicht so richtig. Hi, Schatz. Manfred, ich bin da.
Hello, Your Excellency.
Salve.
What can I do for you?
Was the captain we arrested transferred to you?
Yes. And we began to question him. It appears that he was paid by Governor Buren. The governor tasked him with weakening the natives as much as possible in order to muzzle the rebellion. They were trying to poison the natives with alcohol, but they needed a lot to do it. Their entire smuggling operation revolved around that.
Oh Gott, die...
Did you contact the governor?
Yes. He sent us a letter apologizing, saying he didn't know he was dealing with criminals. His letter was accompanied by a letter of marque to compensate the merchants who suffered in this case.
Which doesn't mean that he will abandon these despicable methods. Is there any news on Egon? We're no longer certain it's even a person.
Even though that name might refer to the organization, someone must be leading it. And that's who we have to stop.
Der Chef?
Alas, for now, the captain doesn't want to tell us any more. So the interrogation continues. We're waiting for answers on that point. I need your help in another case.
I'm listening.
The Admiral sent us a furiously worded letter. One of their ships was commandeered by our troops. They accused the San Mateus garrison. But I know Herbert is quartermaster. He's an honest man. I'm not saying that the Admiral is lying to us, but I don't understand what could have happened. Whatever the case may be, the Admiral is threatening to refuse all transportation to our men. This will not only hurt the Guard, but also all the nations that employ us. We need someone diplomatic, able to piece this whole story together.
Ja, wir gucken mal.
Yes. I will go see Admiral Cabral.
So, siehst du? Jetzt sind wir ein Level aufgestiegen. So schnell geht das. So, was kann ich denn hier noch machen? Ja, Schattenexplosionen finde ich gut. Immer rein damit. So, und jetzt ist natürlich hier die Frage. Admiralin hat... Die haben ein Schiff beschlagnahmt. Ach, das ist alles... Ihr schwindelt doch alle. Ihr schwindelt alle. Ihr erzählt alle komisches Zeug. Na, dann gehen wir da mal schauen. Hi, Schatz. Hier geht's mir nicht weiter. Ach. Da war Munition drin. Leute, ist jetzt... Oh, ist denn euer Ernst? Jetzt rennen wir gleich nach San Mateus. Pass auf, Achtung! Hi, Schatz!
You have come at the right time, Your Excellency. I am in a delicate situation and your help would be invaluable.
I'm listening, Admiral.
Captain Reuben warned me that he suspected a member of his crew of being a spy. It is almost certain she sent secret navigation information to foreigners.
Why ask me to take care of it?
This is a very serious accusation. One that results in a member of the guild being expelled. The Norts are like a family, very connected, but also likely to carry resentment. I think an external view is required to be certain that there will be no bias. Anyway, their ship is anchored at New Serene. Your authority will allow you to get more answers than us.
I see. What is the exact nature of the information?
Ich wollte eigentlich was ganz anderes.
It's up to you to find out. But all the Nauts know how we navigate our ships. You've seen the techniques we use, and you know we want to keep them secret.
I agree. Where can I find Captain Reuben?
At the port in your town. You know his ship. It was Captain Vasco's before he landed. I'm counting on you, Your Excellency. We must shed light on this case.
Manfred, the quartermaster of New Serene Garrison, told me that he'd received a letter from you. Was one of your ships hijacked by the guard?
The Trident and its crew were commandeered by the San Mateus Garrison. Commandeered? We will not let ourselves be threatened by these land pirates. The Guard has no idea who it is dealing with. I've already sent several of our warships to board the Trident and release its crew. The Guards taken on board shall be given no quarter.
I understand, Admiral. But Quartermaster Manfred was as surprised as you to hear this news. That's why he asked me to investigate. The Guard never gave the order for such an operation.
So these mercenaries do not even know how to manage their men? Remarkable. We will not deal with the Guard until Manfred cleans up his ranks. No more of these hireling thugs will set foot on my ships. The nobles will just have to do without their bodyguards.
I will tell them, Admiral. And know that I am fully aware of the problems that caused this act of piracy. Not only for the Guard, but for all the nations on this island. I will do everything to find those responsible.
Ja, ich muss immer alles klären.
Your Excellency. I will eagerly await your news. Anything else?
I need to be going.
Mann.
Until we meet again, Admiral.
Ich
The Admiral knows that we can't do anything without the force of the Guard. By prohibiting them from transport, she is putting everyone at risk, leaving us to take care of the problem.
If only I could get my hands on the bunch of idiots who did such a stupid thing.
Ne, wir machen mal das und dann nehme ich nämlich hier meinen nautischen Freund mit. Mann, ist das dämlich. Untersuchung und San Mateus an. Ach, na klar. Hätte man gleich von da unten aus reisen können. Und ich kann nicht sagen, ich habe eigentlich gedacht, hier, wir machen schnell mal so eine Nebenquest. Rugi Zugi. Aber ja, Rugi Zugi, ne? So, San Mateus, geht los. Mensch, ihr schon wieder. Heide Witzka, Herr Generalmajor, ich sage euch. Jetzt feuern sie aber die Nebenquests raus hier. Untersuchung in der Kaserne anstellen. Guten Tag, ich bin der Nikolaus. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Durch die Küche komm ich in dein Haus. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Guten Tag.
And what can I do for you?
Na du, Pfeife?
Quartermaster Manfred sent me.
I was expecting such a visit, and I'm glad Manfred sent an external investigator. This commandeering business may just spell the end of the Guard. Without the Naut's transport, we are finished. I don't understand what could have happened. I can assure you that we have never issued an order to that effect. It's as if some members of the Guard obey others' commands.
We had trouble with a criminal organization within the Guard. I wouldn't be surprised if they were behind this matter once again.
Oh, this is terrible news, Your Excellency. How can we sort the good apples from the bad?
By speaking to those in charge of those in command of this town, and trying to unravel the truth from the lies.
Since you neutralized Major Herman and his gang, 3 lieutenants have been leading the troops, while waiting for a new senior officer to be appointed. They are Lieutenants Alexander, Klaus, and Ermelind.
Do you think they're honorable?
I won't vouch for them if that's what you're asking. I don't know them well enough.
Thank you, Quartermaster. I'll go and find them.
Boah, jetzt muss ich die hier auch noch... Oh, na super, ey. Jetzt muss ich hier diese ganzen Pfeifen auch noch verhören. Da hab ich keinen Bock drauf. Guten Tag. Ist wieder keiner, geht weg. Och Mann. Habe ich einen.
Hello, Lieutenant. My name is
Ja,
Desardet.
Sade.
Oh, you are the legate of the congregation.
Verrückte.
You're quite the celebrity amongst our ranks. I am Lieutenant Alexander. Did you need me?
I'm conducting an investigation into the illegal commandeering of the ship the Trident. We must work fast and find out who organized this act of piracy. Or we will all pay the price. Do you know the men who seized the ship and who they served under?
All I can tell you, Your Excellency, is that I'm sure they were not under my orders. As foolish as it sounds, we don't know the identity of the soldiers involved. Since our previous commander's coup attempt, there's been tremendous upheaval. We lack senior officers. The registers are not up to date, and many men are on the run. I suspect the supporters of the coup who escaped the trial may be responsible.
It's not impossible. I dealt with Major Herman, who was serving Commander Torsten, but I didn't take care of his men.
Ja.
It's only an idea, of course.
Das ist wahrscheinlich jetzt die Rache dafür, dass ich die nie alle erwischt habe.
I'll leave you, Lieutenant.
So ein Mist. Naja gut, dann machen wir heute eine längere Folge und versuchen das noch in Gerade zu kriegen hier. Mal schauen. Aha. Das war ja wieder mal eine coole Aktion. So, dafür habe ich jetzt die Tür aufgeknackt, dass hier niemand... Ach, geht ihr bitte mal aus dem Weg! Oh, so, was hasse ich. Das ist halt einfach... Ja, bleib... Oh, ey, das ist... Naja, gut, egal. Ist egal, ist egal. Ich nehme auf Gegenärer ganz ruhig, ruhig bleiben. Alles wird gut. So, 20 Meter. Hier müssen wir noch rein. Hallo?
Hello, Lieutenant. Desardet, legate of the merchant congregation.
Lieutenant Klaus.
Hey,
What can I do for you,
Klaus!
Your Excellency.
I'm investigating the illegal commandeering of a Naut ship that took place here in San Mateus. Do you happen to know the men responsible and the officer they served under?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I don't know. I only took office in this city 2 weeks ago. I'm just getting to know my troops. I was sent here to remedy the lack of officers following the arrest of the commander's men. Are you sure that this commandeering is not the isolated act of a few homesick recruits?
Not totally sure, but it's very unlikely. Managing the crew of a Naut ship requires great numbers and organization.
I see. In that case, sorry for not being more useful.
Ach Mensch, das ist total
Farewell,
sinnlos.
Lieutenant.
Klaus. Oder lass es liegen. Das ist einfach echt. Klaus, du bist der Auserwählte, angekackt und nur gequälte. Denk doch positiv und sei nicht dumm.
Hello, I am...
Desardet,
Oh.
legate of the merchant congregation, right?
Die ist aber herb.
Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. Lieutenant Ermelind at your service.
Well, I didn't know I was so famous. Can you tell me anything about the ship that was commandeered by the guards?
A complete act of piracy, if you want my opinion.
Do you know who these guards were and under which officer they served?
No, and no soldier is missing here as far as I know.
Ah,
This is
super.
very strange. But since the commander's attempted coup, everything has gone to hell here. Men start muttering as soon as we have our backs turned. Some recruits have suffered violence, but refuse to name their attackers.
Do you think something is going on?
It seems obvious to me that some people took advantage of this unrest to line their own pockets.
I see. Thank you. I'll leave you to it. Farewell, Lieutenant.
Das ist ja toll, dass so gar niemand mit mir irgendwas besprechen kann.
Your Excellency, if you really want to know what's going on in this barracks, find me tonight near the church.
To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Quiet. No one must know that I spoke to you. I am Sergeant Franz, and I'm prepared to help
Franz.
you. Don't forget the church tonight.
The Lieutenant's interrogation produced nothing. This sergeant is our only lead.
With this gang's reign of terror, we were lucky to have come across him.
Franzl. Okay. Hier bin ich falsch. So. Das Franzl. So, jetzt gehen wir mal gucken, ob wir da jetzt schnell noch was hinkriegen. Und dann werden wir weiterschauen. Aber wie gesagt, hatte ich so eigentlich nie geplant. Naja gut, egal. Das, weil mir die Leutnants entkommen sind, würde ich behaupten. Dafür will das Spiel sich jetzt rächen. Aha. So, Franzl, wie sieht's aus?
Here you are. I wasn't sure you'd come. That will be understandable. It's better to be wary with Eagle.
Oh.
What do you know about this organization?
More than I would like. I'm part of it. Now ask me any questions you want. We don't have much time.
If you're part of this organization, why did you want to talk to me?
I joined this gang some time ago, without realizing the extent of their power. I naively thought that it would only be a matter of completing a few small secret protection missions. But I found myself involved in a sordid business with the young islanders. We capture them to sell them as slaves. They're very popular in brothels. I participated for a long time, without batting an eye. But I ended up bonding with one of the captured islanders. And the horror of this trafficking has finally hit home. I don't want it to happen to her.
Okay.
Who took possession of the ship? And for what purpose?
Soldiers from the garrisons, members of Egon's organization. The boat was supposed to be used to transport the island captives to the mainland. Someone must have had enough of only being able to move a few slaves at a time, hidden in the holds.
Okay.
Now they've pulled this big stunt. They've not only attracted the wrath of the Nauts, but also your attention. Egon would never have made such a mistake, and he'll make the fool who did suffer dearly.
Do you know who Egon is? Or at least who runs this organization?
No. Everything is very compartmentalized. Each group knows only its direct superior, never the one above. Not only do I not know the big boss, but I don't know anything about his other activities.
And who gives you your orders?
Lieutenant Ermelin is ruthless. After the business with the ship, she decided to make a clean sweep, probably to avoid the wrath of Egon. She told us that we had to get rid of the islanders we still held captive. She wants to clean up behind us to avoid leaving any trace. My friend is among them. If I can't find a way to stop Ermelind, she will die.
If we want to prevent this massacre, we will have to intervene quickly. Where are the islanders held captive?
They're kept in a former logging facility on the outskirts of town.
Is it well guarded?
No. Numbers are small to avoid arousing suspicion. But when Ermelin comes with her troops to get rid of the young people, it'll be a very different story.
Well, we'll take control of the operation before that happens, by getting rid of the guards. When Ermelin and her soldiers come, we will use the element of surprise.
Ach, Scheibenkleister.
With all due respect, there will be many. Are you sure
Ja,
you'll
ich
be able
nehm's
to
mit
face
allen
them?
auf.
We could ask for help from one of the native clans. The Storm Warriors, for example.
Do you think they
Ja,
would?
klar.
If it only involved us, I doubt it. But it's about saving their own young people. They'll also be able to give them shelter when we free them.
We will need to act quickly. I fear Ermelin will take action any moment now.
I'll go get help in Vedlug as soon as possible and take care of the operation.
Thank you. I'll arrange to be appointed as the scout for Ermelin's squad. That way I can let you know when we arrive.
We should go to Vedlug.
Let me accompany you. Deirdre is always suspicious. I could help you convince her.
Gut, Freunde, ich mach Schluss. Ich dachte, ich krieg das ruckzuck durch, ist aber nicht so. Ich sag vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Beim nächsten Mal geht's weiter und dann retten wir hier die Eingeborenen. Bis dahin, ciao, ciao, der Ära.